All right, what do we got? First up, okay, yet another 3DS firmware update with home menu layouts. Where is it? There it is. All right, there you go. So what?
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know on a 3DS. What the hell is the home menu layout? What does that do for me?
I think that's the problem.
No, none of us know. None of us have the stick at 3DS. I don't know.
I think that's the problem. Jeff had a 3DS. I think between us we have access to Wii U's, but we no longer have
Wii U's. We have the regular DS.
Right, but we no longer have. I think it's time that maybe we should bring Jeff. Just bring in Jeff via FaceTime for Jeff. Explain what's going on with these new features on your 3DS, and then just hang up on him after.
Right. In all seriousness, no, I think it's more. It's the home menu. You can put your apps and games and whatever on there, and so now they've allowed you to customize it. So you can have a number of different home menu layouts. So if you need, it's like, I guess it's like, maybe I shouldn't even go there. It's similar to having the different things on your iPhone where you just have like icons on different kind of pages almost. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My guess is it's similar to that, but that's what it looks like. Just put that back up again. Maybe we can get some information from it. It looks like it's the same shit. It's the same shit, just Mario and Luigi on either side. So okay, so finally, the point is though, instead of just stability update and bug fixes and shit, finally some new features. So if you've got a 3DS, check that out. Tom, this female Link game jam going on. What's this about? Because we got this.
Yeah, I read into that. I saw an article. I'm going to bring that up right now. I saw that they are doing a game jam and they're going to make a Zelda game featuring Link as a female playable character in the near future.
Okay. Yep.
I know that there was a lot of speculation regarding the new Legend of Zelda as to whether or not the Link that was shown in the official Legend of Zelda game for the Wii U was actually a female, or if they were just very androgynous. I think that Link himself is he's not a very masculine hero. I mean, neither is like Cloud from Final Fantasy or like, they're not very masculine heroes. So I think that Link in the new Legend of Zelda is just androgynous. He's still a male character, obviously. But this game jam is actually a female Link, and they're making that a thing, you know?
And then the last thing this week for Nintendo Corner, so Nintendo CEO Satoru Iwata has confirmed that the Nintendo Zelda Netflix deal is possibly or likely not happening. No information.
He basically debunked it.
Sorry, guys.
What was the exact quote? The character that you have in question is not happening or whatever.
Yeah, we have nothing to announce about TV properties at this time. Yeah. Featuring our property.
It's unfortunate. Even when I heard about that, I knew it was too good.
That got the entire internet riled up when they announced that.
You know what? I think I think you cut off the extra sentence that was actually not aired, where Iwata said, "We as Nintendo don't like making money."
Yeah. So we're not going to partner with we're not going to partner with any television production companies to spend more money on stuff that obviously would work.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's the between the lines is him saying, "Hey, we're Nintendo. We don't like making money." Except
maybe you gotta respect Nintendo because they just they don't want to do what other people expect of them. So give them props for that. But they just want to do what they want to do. They want to make their exclusive games, and they make good exclusive games. So if they don't want to do a TV series, that's
I think that's a little off topic, and I disagree with you there only because I think, and this is just me speaking about Nintendo in general. Nintendo in general has shown time and time again that they're out of touch with Western audiences. Western audiences, I think that they, in general, like we as a Western culture, want a lot more entertainment properties broadcast to us. I mean, like Japanese television, I don't see a lot of very popular Japanese television being ported over to the United States. Some Japanese films, sure, but I think that America, Europe in general, a lot more focused on something like Netflix in terms of our entertainment. Like, yeah, we play video games, but a Zelda TV show, if done well here, would do amazingly well for Nintendo. But I just don't think Nintendo has the foresight to be like, oh, these people want that. Like, they just don't see it. They just don't. They have blinders on to the rest of the world.
On some level, too, I also think that they're super protective of their properties. And they've had the Mario cartoons and the Zelda cartoons. That shit keeps being brought up whenever this Zelda Netflix thing gets mentioned. But I think they don't want to make any bad decisions that are going to damage their brands. So, I mean,
it's very possible. I mean, granted, those the Zelda and the Mario show was what 25
that was a long
years
time
ago.
Yeah.
So
people still love them. They still talk about the Mario cartoon
but
show.
obviously they're looked at as very. No one takes them seriously, So, but I think if we've talked about before, like if it was done well, I think this show would have potential to do really well.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be well written. But they.
Well, let me put this in perspective.
They don't want to go there, so.
Let me put this in perspective for you, Nick. Nintendo thinks that what American audiences want is throw $50 million into a game like Sonic Boom and then regurgitate that onto America. If they throw $50 million into a Netflix television series that was done really well, written really well, developed really well, I mean, but they don't see that. They're like, somebody in Japan, and this is Iwata is sitting behind his desk going, yes, $50 million, Sonic Boom, give that to America. That's what they want.
Yeah, they make games like that, but I gotta say, and I mean, sorry, I'm going on a tangent here, but they make really good. They're all about the exclusives, and I think they, with Zelda, Metroid, Mario, they do a good job with them, and they've always done a really good job with them.
But the Zelda, if Nintendo retained the IP, and they were just like, okay, we're authorizing you to put this on Netflix exclusively, but this is still a Nintendo product, and Nintendo has final say over everything. Mm-hmm. Netflix would agree.
If Nintendo wants to compete with Microsoft and Sony, do you think that make hardware that, as far as hardware goes, on par and things like that? You had all the online aspects to it that were done really well, and online and all things like that. If they really want to compete, do you think that they would dominate, or do you guys still think that they would be coming in third?
Look at something like the Wii. The original Wii sold amazingly well.
Yeah.
Nintendo could dominate if they wanted to, but once again, they need to listen to Western audiences. They need to stop having the blinders on. Listen to Western audiences. Yeah. They need to stop being so closed-minded about everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's what I'm wondering. Maybe if they kept their exclusives and made other more serious games. Maybe I'll say something like Bloodborne or something like that. They had an exclusives,
right?
Something like that. Do you guys That's what I'm asking. Do you think they would dominate, or
absolutely?
Do you think they would? They could dominate if they had.
I think that Nintendo is very good at making masterfully put together original content. But if Nintendo wants to survive the next 10, 20, 50 years, they need to not reach the 5%. They need to reach the 95%, and they're not doing that. I want to see Nintendo get a development team in-house that's the equivalent of a Naughty Dog. I want to see that. But I don't think it's not going to happen with Reggie, Iwata, Shigeru Miyamoto. It's just not going to happen with these people in charge. It's not going to happen.
Well... So that's too bad about the Zelda TV show, but if we hear anything new on that, we'll definitely let you guys know. And that's going to do it for this week's Nintendo Corner.